Hey team, welcome back to Starcom, where last we left off, we were exploring things down yonder and up that way. We had the battle of the bots, and I came back to base to see if anything useful is here, which I very much doubt. Nothing there. Looking to get that 600 for the bigly hulls. Yeah, what do we need? Cruiser. No, we can do it. Okie dokie, let me get to work. Alright, I need a bucket of gold, is what I have learned. And I'm talking just an obscene amount of gold. Obscene amount of gold. Like willing to buy all the gold. Should probably hold off on selling. Works for me. All right. Our guild representative has informed us that the guild has finally agreed to take the matter seriously thanks to the evidence you recovered. We rate your service highly. Alright. I mean, how much do I gotta do for you before you're willing to trade, dicks? Atlas has been a great help to the CXTA. We apologize for suspecting you of being a guild chair bird. While we are prohibited from engaging in trade outside sanctioned contracts, sometimes we end up with cargo whose documentation has been lost. Since the penalties for opening these containers is steep, they linger until the guild claims them. Sometimes they get misplaced before the guild claims them. If you would like to exchange in an off-the-scrolls gift exchange, we would be amenable. Bunch of undelivered cargo, huh? Alright. 24 gold for 1 etherine. Should probably wait until I get the dreadnought hull done. To be fair. Yep, just rip it out real quick. What are they giving me good exchange rates on? Diberyllium? Not much. Copper, maybe. Well, we got a whole bunch of cargo logs now. This box contains a garment for bipedal creatures with 4 arms. The quality and ornamentation suggests a ceremonial purpose. Number 2. The box contains an elaborate mechanical orrery, likely late Empire. It has a remarkable method for estimating orbits in an unstable N-body system. Chest 3. Box contains a number of fairly recent communication archives. Most are banal, however one devout intercept discusses plans to prioritize conversion among races with strategic or technological priority. Number 4, a bizarre collection of low lethality weapons and traps. The documentation written in a mirror sheds little light on their purpose. This box is full of glittering fragments, possibly at one point data crystals, but damaged beyond any possible recovery. The ship contains a damaged CXTA home transponder. It's apparently designed to return to its origin if the ship is lost. Despite being damaged, I think I may be able to extract some information about the transponder's flight path. I'll need a little time. Number 7 contains part of a devout communication device. Its buffer has some interesting chatter about high-value Nimian and Kiernan converts. Cargo 8, a Locan survey scanner, less sophisticated than our own, but with some interesting ideas. And number 9. Box contains a guild dossier on the Sephiroth. It has some technical analysis on their advanced optical sensors and notes their interest in visual aesthetic. Come on now. What am I doing? It's not a portal. I'm like, why am I not zooming? Or it's not a flinger. Stupid. You get me. Still launching fighters to this day. No shot. I doubt they will ever give me amenable pricings after obliterating their asses. But we can come chit-chat. They do want titanium. And titanium we can straight out mine. Might have to go mining at this rate. All right. Okay. So, what are we doing? Trying to get that titanium back? Yeah, I guess so. Try to get that titanium back real quick. What the hell? I think I figured out what's going on. Our own systems are attacking themselves. Remember the fractal ice fragment we recovered that required additional analysis? The artifact itself is harmless, but the data it contained caused our systems to run amok when they tried to analyze it. We need to go back to the Seleno and take them offline for a hard reset. Any risk to Seleno? To Seleno, no. Isolate the system. But we'll need the lab computers. I'm concerned about potentially lethal levels of condescension from Dr. Rama on the topic of informational hazards. As you should be. That is one hell of a way to strip an asteroid field real fucking quick. Not sure what the hell they're doing. Another jetsam. CTX transponder had some flight data and a partial log. I've collected cargo from EE client who specifically requested straight void route to destination. Pickup was close to a massive half-chariot derelict. Reported an earlier pickup at full chariot derelict, similar instructions. This route is much shorter, expect no difficulties. Should have client destination in time reference, unknown time reference. Looks like the transponder auto return was triggered shortly after departure. If we can find the starting point, we might be able to find the vessel, assuming it hasn't already been found. Somebody strip and rip them asteroid fields for me. Okay. Other asteroid field over here. Not getting much in the way of titanium returns, sadly. The cylinder is empty, but whatever was inside must have been highly radioactive. Even with heavy shielding, the case itself is giving off hard radiation. Whatever was in this jetsam canister had a powerful but unique radiation signature. Pyrrhix, could you take a look when you have some downtime? Will do. Just ripping them apart, okay. They're so slow. Okay, so half chariot we know is here. Done a spectral analysis out of this region's background radiation with a filter for the readings from the devout flotsam. There's a dim red nebula with very low readings that are near match. I've marked it on the dome map. Hold up, that CXTA transponder from cargo just powered itself up. Judging from its range, I say worth it. Worth it. We are within one sector. Holy word. Stuttery shenanigans going on there. Argue over iridium. We are within one sector. Judging from the transponder's output, 1200 to 300 AU. $2,500 to 300 K. 2,500 to 3,000 AU. I don't know what happened with my mind. Must be almost on top of it now. Alright, there we go. Hey, how you doing? This CXTA derelict shows no signs of combat damage, but the missing rear third shows something obviously went wrong. Inside, the team finds evidence of massive reactor explosion. There's a small amount of salvage in the ship's intact systems, as well as a single cargo container with a brass-colored item inside. Based on the vessel's logs, they had experienced several reactor poisonings in the past. Seems they were pretty casual about maintenance. Scans of the interior show fine detail, at least down to 10 to the negative 27th meter. Okay, that's settled. We got us. You know what? We need to go back to base and get rid of this explosive bullshit. reminder, you can keep track of current objectives in the missions list. I'll highlight those that I think may be critical to our overall goals. Kinda late for that. That one just jumped us up to there, so that makes sense. That is not using that to go back. Our computer seems to be acting up. Ensign Gleese thinks we need a hard reset. Acting up? This is an ironic understatement. Atlas is having an anaphylactic attack from ingesting hostile data. You could have destroyed her. Also us. If I threw a vacuum flask, I could hit 3 lab assistants who know enough to add a Kolmogorov filter before adding computational resources to analysis of unknown data. Crew is replaceable. We only have 2 ships. I wonder how often she conducts that experiment. I will supervise Galeese's hard reset of the Atlas's systems. This kind of threat was avoidable, even if you haven't been following Captain Dolson's report. She's so grumpy. Hard reset complete. We should be safe from any further damage. She's so grumpy. Why is she so grumpy? Alright, after that we get fields started, I think. Not that it matters. Based on Dolson's report, I think the ice fractal was an attempt to create a sort of vaccine to an informational hazard, but I can't think of any way to safely figure out the details without risking our systems again. Let's not do that. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. Not doing that. I definitely second that. This red nebula is not a normal byproduct of gas and dust from star formation. The radiation is the result of isotopes that cannot be explained by normal stellar fusion processes. Definitely hit up the gate. Oh look, it's an asshole. And it's whiskey, alright. It's an asshole and a non-asshole. Well, actually, technically, they're all assholes, but at least he's an asshole that's on my side-ish. Oh, hi. Excellent to see you again. My guy? The fuck? Running me over. He's like, it's your turn to move, bitch, get out the way. Frozen gases on this frigid planet completely obscure the surface from scanners, but an unusual warming period has exposed a large chunk of iridium. An isolated cluster of structures on this otherwise desolate planet are giving off zero energy emissions. Inside, the team find a few dozen deceased devout wearing enviro suits. While the temperatures have arrested decay, the cause of death is unclear. Further investigation reveals this to be a top level of an underground research facility, but a structural collapse has sealed off the lower levels. Ensign Gleese reports that a hard line to the facility computing system is still operational. If we had examples of some of their experiments, we might be able to reconstruct the indices. Unfortunately, the research is only identified by numeric codes. Could be a coincidence, but some of the numbers correspond to the jetsam we've found. The computers are secured with devout encryption, which the team has some partial success analyzing in the past. The problem is the sheer volume. There are exabytes of data, and the indices have been erased, and the hardline bandwidth is narrow. Random sampling shows that whatever was being researched covered extremely wide areas of chemistry, xenobiology, and nuclear physics, and more. Hey, they get a level up. I figured I'd have enough experiments. I have like, what, 3 or 4 of them? Okay, I guess not. He's zooming. Small meteorite with high concentration of uranium rests on a sheet of slushy nitrogen. Several craters on this airless planetoid are ringed with clusters of unusual cerulean silicon crystals. Regulus dust show signs of recent activity around a piece of monitoring equipment labeled Station 9778. Core components have been removed, leaving only a titanium broadcasting dish. The blue crystals have a complex semiconductor patterns in their matrices. I think they may be an early form of silicon life, or at least were. Something has consumed the gallium arsenide. Yeah, didn't we find a thing that was like gallium arsenide substrate? Yeah, gallium arsenide substrate they relied on. Yeah, they're just over here committing genocide left and right. I couldn't be asked to fly around it. Lander touches down near a permanent terminator of this dead world. Here the temperature mix is just right to allow the planet to capture and condense rare molecules of neutronium being ablated from the star's interior. Core of this planet is hexo-octahedral crystalline carbon, aka diamond, roughly 10 to the 24th carat in classical units. Cross or down? Ooh, had a sneeze. Hopefully going across leads us to a portal, which we can just jump back to and go down. Yeah. From a high altitude, the planet's surface is a complex pattern of two colors, sharply delineated. Closer to the ground, the pattern is revealed as two distinctive biomes. While there's nothing like an organized intelligence at work, both species have evolved reproductive strategies that contain elements of military strategy, like probing attacks and encirclement. After examining several locations, Ensign Rhea excitedly explains to the team that this is a conflict between two fungus-like life forms unseen in the literature. Almost perfectly balanced, they have been attempting to seize total control over the planet. Ironically, both subtly rely on atmospheric byproducts only produced by the other. They are in perfect balance. That's a portal, fair enough. Another evacuated pyramid. Team finds it concealed in camp, but as observer, or their remains are nowhere to be found. They were considerate enough to leave behind stuff. Plus things. In the lee of a partially submerged fallen Empire structure is a small island chain. The chain was created by a meteorite impact millennia ago, which left a modest iridium deposit in the shallows. The islands themselves are covered in lush, fallen Empire flora. A few patches near the shoreline have shed their foliage. Ensign Rhea excitedly scrapes some of the material from the bare plant's exterior into a hazardous sample container. This parasite is the perfect candidate for the Aquarian's food problem. It can break down Imperial flora, but requires iridium so it can be kept in check. This parasite has evolved to use iridium as a catalyst to break down plants' hardy xylem for digestion. Alright, got us another portal here, so we'll need to tweak the genetic code for the colony's biosphere and need some more information on fallen Empire flora, though. Oh, hello. The hell did they send me is the question. They sent me here. So that's cool. I mean, we are getting our titanium back pretty damn quick, so that's good. Circling the drain, eh? You can do it! I've done a full analysis of the parasitic plague that the CXTA asked us to deliver the medical supplies for. Parasites were almost certainly bred or engineered within the blue crystals we found on the planet in the Crimson Nebula. We now found several connections between the devout experiments and large-scale catastrophes. Besides being suggestive of a sinister intent, they may give us a clear enough picture of their research to reconstruct the database indices at their lab. Yeah, buddy. This is another early Empire genetics lab equipped with another sequence transcriber. Combined with the previous data, it's possible to translate the annotations and construct a partial picture of the activities. This facility was responsible for augmenting the genetics of specific individuals to make them better suited for their roles in various ways. Extended lifespans, increased pain resistance, and so forth. Okay. Another one of these, huh? Alright, you can do it, come on. And she gets hurt. Fantastic. After returning to the station or leveling up, you gotta be kidding me. Eee. Oh, look, it's assholes. Nothing changed. Okay. Reconstruct the lab database. Well, there's too much data to upload. With the indices reconstructed, Ensign Ray gets a clear view of the lab's activities. It was clearly a weapons research facility. The facility was responsible for turning that research into practical applications. Ominously, it looks like the most recent focus was on a radiation attack that passed through dense matter but still damaged DNA-like molecules. The Devout apparently recently gained access to some powerful computing or AI resource. They've been using it to research numerous large-scale weapon programs for disparate biologies: silicone-based, plant-based, gaseous, organic. Recently, they had begun to narrow their research to focus on certain organic life processes. Obviously, these new radioactive cloud missiles are a result of this research. That is the implication. Genociders got a genocide, I guess. I don't know what to say about that, other than counter-genocide? Fuck. Nothing to do there. We got that researched. Let's go down it real quick. Chromoplating, don't care about it. Engines are done. Plasma guns, don't care about. Reactors are done. Training is done. Tractor beams are set. Universal translator set. Sensor calibration set. Fixed guns, not using them, but they are done. Fighter drones are done. Yeah, everything's done. Everything is done besides, well, not besides, but starting on shields. Now, what do we got? Shields. Can you get out the way? Increase the max charge. Additionals. Recharge rate. Charge rate. Energy cost of shield charging by 20%. Natural decay. Alright. So, need a bucket of titanium. But that... Actually, a lot of ethylene there. Holy shit. Okay, let me do some work again. Alright, I have the design for the time being set. We would just have to find a way to get it done. But it requires a bucket of neutronium. Like, just all of the neutronium, just give it to me. They have no reasonable resources. Neutronium, Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough one. Taking more time to examine the data from the Devout lab. The bad news is that the radiation weapons they've been researching are broadly effective against most organic life, but specifically and suspiciously focused on DNA like ours. Good news is there's a research we could do to reduce the danger posed by it. Not eliminate it completely, but a significant mitigation. Come on, Perix, don't let me down. For fuck's sake. Well, we're gonna get this done. Alright? I don't remember seeing that comment. Not literally gold, but the double refraction of the system's twin stars produce wavelengths in the yellow-orange spectrum. Come on, Perix, you gotta get this shit done. Thank you, shit. Alright. Now that that is out of D-way. I think it's as good a time as any to take a pause. So y'all stay safe out there, have a good one, and we will be back for more shenanigans in a bit.